On our quest to climb Spain's highest mountain, we started our acclimatization by climbing Tenerife's third peak. In the first week of February, we decided to leave the cold and snowy Cluj, the city which practically is covered by fog for 4 months, and change it with Tenerife's spectacular seas of clouds, the dramatic peaks of the uniquely green Anaga region, the famous road of Masca, and of course the Atlantic Ocean. Our flight left from Bucharest, and above Africa we could take a peek at the Atlas mountain range for the first time. When landing in Tenerife, Mount Teide also made its appearance. The next day we jumped into our rented car and left our accommodation surrounded by cactuses and windmills. Above tree line, from the parking of the Juan Evora Museum, we could take a look at Pico del Teide and to its left Pico Viejo. It's actually not an independent peak, but still considered Tenerife's second highest. I planned to climb it on the first day, but because Edith wasn't feeling well, we decided on La Guajara. The first trail markings appeared, as well as the forbidding signs typical for natural parks. We left our car in the parking near the Parador Hotel, and before the hike we visited Roc de Garcia, a formation so emblematic that it appeared on the 1000 peseta banknotes with Teide in the background. Here the forbidding signs were still present, but we had a great view on the Las Cañadas crater, having a circumference of 48 kilometers. We could take a closer look at the peak of Teide and the cable car station situated above 3,500 meters. Those who want to spend more time here have the option of a 1.5 hour round trip around the rocks, but we just threw a quick glance at the rock called Cathedral and started our hike. We quickly felt the effects of our several-month inactivity caused by the winter holidays and other endeavors, and of course the altitude above 2000 meters. In the beginning it was hot, and we noticed some interesting plants as well, and the view got breathtaking. We had to pass some difficult portions, but it was totally worth it. When we arrived in the saddle, the weather changed drastically. The wind blew with 30 km per hour with a wind chill below 10 degrees. So behind me you can see the peak El Sombrero with its specific shape. Then going on it's Teide, and to my right Pico Viejo, and this big semicircle behind me is actually the border of a crater which has a collapsed side towards Teide. Our path to the ridge became clearer and clearer. We left an hour and 45 minutes ago from the parking down there, and we are already above 2500 meters. The first hour was quite difficult, we were grasping for air. Now we are getting a little bit used to it. Down there in the saddle it was very strong winds. I measured 30 kilometers per hour, so there we put on our windbreakers before we were feeling hot. And now we reached this massive wall which we need to pass in order to get to the ridge. We need to reach 2700 meters. 2,000, 7,000, oh, I can't even talk. We are above 2,700 meters and we will reach the peak of La Guajara in just a few steps. And as you can hear, we are breathing quite heavily, but we need the acclimatization for Teide. And the view is great, a huge sea of clouds. That's the trail we came on between the two rocks, then next to the fence. We started our way down on a different route, which was not without hazards. We also found out some information about the old observatory. We left the peak about 50 minutes ago, but we didn't stop on this portion. We walked quickly because there was a danger of rocks falling. But now we arrived in this part with junipers. Let's see, where is she? Somewhere down there in blue. So I should probably hurry up. So we reached the road now. It's about 7 p.m. and we still need about 3.5 kilometers until we reach the car.